text later. You can't do both. This message brought to you by the Illinois Tollway State Police, Department of Transportation, Secretary of State, and AAA.
I'm Teresa McDonald, and here are news highlights from the family meeting. Charles Quentin Murphy, or Charlie Murphy, as he was so affectionately known to many, passed away on Wednesday after a battle with leukemia. He was 57. The Brooklyn-bred funny man and older brother of comedian Eddie Murphy was undergoing a round of chemotherapy when he passed away at a New York hospital. Family members stated he was doing well after the treatment, but contracted pneumonia and that his body just wasn't strong enough to fight it. Tragically, Murphy's wife, Tisha, also passed away in 2009 from cervical cancer. Basketball superstar LeBron James announced on April 11th that his foundation plans to open a public school in his hometown of Akron, Ohio, for academically at-risk students, reports the Huffington Post. The foundation is working with Akron Public Schools District to open the doors of I Promise School for students in the 3rd and 4th grades in the fall of 2018. And by 2022, the school will expand to grades 1 through 8. Pop music star Janet Jackson showed off her precious bundle of joy for the first time in her Twitter pic on Friday night, which received more than 82,000 likes and nearly 24,000 retweets by Saturday afternoon. The picture shows Janet kissing her yawning son, 3-month-old Issa, after a nap. Jackson, 50, welcomed her son with now estranged husband, billionaire Wissam Al-Manah, in January. The two split on April 8th. Aww. National Tax Day is April 18th, Tuesday, which means this year you'll have 3 extra magical days to file your 2016 tax returns. National Tax Day usually takes place on April 15th, but since it fell on a Saturday this year, adjustments were made. That's good news for you, though. With most federal offices, including the Internal Revenue Service, planning to be closed in observance of the Easter holiday, the final day for you to file your taxes is Tuesday, April 18th. This has been your TFM Radio Show news highlights for Easter Sunday, April 16th. And now, are you ready? It's family meeting time with your host, Eric Grant.
You're listening to Chicago's only independent progressive talk station, 820 AM WCPT Willow Springs and 92.5 WCPT FM DeKalb, Chicago's progressive talk.
The name of my business is Mrs. Indecent Exposure. We are an intimate aromatherapy, massage, bath, and body shop. We have the best aromatherapy, bath, and skincare products available. You can find us in Chicago and on the World Wide Web. We're located at 6916 West North Avenue in Chicago, 3 blocks east of Harlem Avenue, 773-417-3223. Mrs. Indecent Exposure, MRSNDEXPO.com.
Polaris is introducing a new way for you to get empowering financial advice, save, and plan. If you are like a lot of people, you'd like to work with a financial planner, but don't know if you earn or have enough to invest. Save and Plan will allow us to work with nearly anyone from young professionals to retirees looking to travel the world. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up, Polaris gives you a customized financial plan, a real person to speak with, and information to help you make good financial decisions. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com. Call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone. Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WCPT, NewsWeb Radio Company, or its affiliates.
This is attorney Darnell Lyles, and every Sunday I listen to the family meeting.
Hi, this is Wendy Calvert at wcalvertlaw.com. I listen to the family meeting.
I bet she does. It's family meeting time. Welcome to the broadcast. I am your host, Eric Grant. That beautiful voice you heard earlier is my girl.
Hey,
Preston.
hey.
Good job on that news again. Girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lady B's tooling around here. So, she's over here now again. You move on me so I can't keep track of where you are. So she's not in the space shuttle cockpit. She's at the kitty table today. And welcome to the broadcast. You can find us at tfmradioshow.com. Go there, enter your email address, and join the family. You'll find all kinds of information, most especially the archived broadcasts and our playlist, the music playlist. I had at least 3 people this week. At least 3 people this week asked me, okay, where you get your music from, man? Tighten me up where you get that music from, man. I got my ways, but you can find it on our Facebook, on our webpage, tfmradioshow.com. We're all over social media. Like us on Facebook at The Family Meeting Radio and on Twitter at TFM Radio Show, Google+, and we're streaming live on YouTube right now. And I think I got the sound right, too.
Yeah, I think you do, too.
That's right. I was tinkering with it today a little bit early before I came. It's Easter and all, so I was a little busy, but I still managed to get it in and figure it out. So
there you go.
it was simple. It's always something simple that makes a difference. Yeah. So find us on YouTube at The Family Meeting Radio. The Family Meeting is sponsored by Polaris's Save and Plan. You can get empowering financial advice by simply signing up to Save Monthly. That's financial advice. You want that, right? Did you want that?
I do.
Yeah, because you're jacking things up. So you need somebody to come and say, hey.
Stop messing up the church's money.
Stop that, man. That's right. The building fund all jacked up because of you.
The benevolent fund is all.
Jacked up, benevolent fund. Miss G got something she ain't supposed to get none. Her husband ain't dead.
And Mother Jenkins, come on now.
She all up in it buying chicken and stuff.
The church bake sale.
No. Visit saveandplan.com to learn more. That's saveandplan.com. Oh, happy Easter. Oh, let me give out the phone number before I forget. 773-763-9278. 773-763-9278. It's the number. It's just us today because it's Easter and it's just us. Yeah. And I got a couple of questions. I got one standing question that I've been asking people, and y'all still haven't answered me.
We haven't.
No, you still haven't.
Have you asked the question the right way, maybe?
I know I have. I said it in English, and if I could say it in Spanish, I'd do that as well.
Did you say pretty please
okay,
with
so
sugar on top?
Let me ask the standing question with a pretty please with sugar on top.
Okay,
right?
I'm listening.
Pretty please with sugar on top. Somebody please tell me why that man wrapped his hair around his head like that.
I knew you were going to go there.
See there? Right?
I honestly don't believe he does it. I think...
You can't. You got to have a mirror to do that.
I think Ivanka does it. I think that's why
she lives in New York. She can't. Oh, is that his daughter?
Ivanka, yeah.
Is that his daughter? Okay.
That's why she's his personal assistant. That's what she does now.
Okay. Well,
she wraps and dyes his hair.
Yeah. Okay. So the more important question, since ain't nobody gonna ever answer me about that, is what the hell does Easter have to do with rabbits and eggs? Don't guess now. Don't guess.
I'm not going to guess. I'm just going to tell you. It's marketing, right?
Well, we know that.
But absolutely nothing.
How do people get fooled into believing
listen,
that rabbits have something to do?
Eggs.
And eggs.
Easter eggs. I don't know. I don't know. So you're right. I have to say Happy Resurrection Sunday to all of our listeners today.
Okay. Well, yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us what it has to do with rabbits and eggs.
I don't know. I don't know. Chickens grow? They hatch out the eggs? Heck, I don't know.
The Easter bunny. What the hell is it? It's an Easter bunny.
Yeah, I don't know. We got one holding on the line.
And then you mess around and you get these kids who think that there is an Easter bunny and he's going to bring them a basket. Now you got rabbits carrying baskets to children.
You put a lot of thought into this too.
I'm just, every year I contemplate it. I'm not going to do Santa Claus. I ain't going to do that to you because there might be kids listening.
Okay.
The notion of a rabbit
and Easter
traveling the globe with baskets for all the kids.
And eggs at that.
And
the
eggs.
Easter done had the bunny done had
You got
an
a
egg.
rabbit having chicken eggs. Now you got the kid confused when he's in science class. Wait a minute, hold on a second, man. Rabbits have eggs.
Stop.
They hatch eggs, don't they?
Stop. I don't know. I don't know why either.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I think only your inquiring mind wants to know.
Oh, rest of y'all, ain't you curious? I know you're curious, right?
I just accept it. It's an Easter bunny. I just accept it.
Don't be a pigeon like that.
No, I just accept it.
Yeah. So here's what's going to happen. Our friend Richard Chu is going to probably call because he's a wealth of information. Mr. Jeopardy himself.
He's listening too.
Originally, so what happened with the bunnies and the eggs?
Richard, don't fall for that. Yeah. He just texted me. We were talking about Donald Trump and his hair. He said he needs a black barber.
Right. Tighten that wig up a little bit.
Tighten that wig up.
That's right. What he needs is a friend to pull up on him and say, hey, man, because when your boys walk up on your girls.
If you have a boy, or a girl.
Hey, man, look, man.
Yeah, they're supposed to pull you to the side.
Let me talk to you about your wig, man.
Let me help you out with that.
Let me help. Yeah. Now listen, man. Yeah, we boys and all, right? That's how you start off. We boys, right?
It's a heart to heart.
Right. So I mean this with love, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's how you start off with that conversation. Yeah. Don't act new. Somebody's gonna call me now and tell me I'm being simple-minded.
He doesn't have any boys.
Apparently not. You gotta have boys. You don't get out the house like that unless you got a really good wife or boys. And the boys are on the back end. Because your wife ain't supposed to let you out the house like that. No, hold on, honey. You can't go out the house like that.
He's supposed to look like he belonged to somebody.
Yeah, like you've been domesticated or something.
Someone posted an answer attempting to post an answer to your
question.
Share
with us
on YouTube. Michael Powell says British intel found out Trump people were talking to the Ruskies in late 2015. That was one thing you said. Then he says because early
what's that got to do with the eggs?
Hold on. Because early Christianity in Rome tied into Roman holidays like the spring festival of the fertility of which rabbits are the symbols. So that's the correlation.
So he looked that up on Google. And shared
Michael,
it with us.
I'm just sharing his answer.
I could have Googled it
you
too.
You put it out.
Really the question I asked was because of the way your answer was. You just accepted.
Yeah, you just accepted.
I asked it because why are we accepting rabbits and eggs?
Hold on. Lisa says, yo, peeps, with the Easter pun behind it.
Lisa's silly.
You put this out
so
there. They're answering your question.
Yeah, okay. Well, they got we can Google it too, I suppose, like they've done. But really, why do we accept that?
I don't
really
know.
Kind of the underlying question. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We just do.
Well, your boy found out that he started playing with some of his toys now. Your boy, the dude with the wig, started playing with some of his toys.
Let me see.
What they call it? The mother of all.
Yeah. Let me see. How did Mark Cuban put this? He said, the mother of all buffoons fired off the mother of all bombs to cover up the mother of all lies. Distraction.
There's very little talk about Russia now.
Very little talk about Russia right now.
Yeah.
So
I'll bring it up before we go to the break. But yeah, so he's found his new toys now.
Mm-hmm.
And for a narcissist who seeks affirmation, he's getting it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think he's going to continue to do?
Chucking bombs on people.
He start chucking bombs on folks.
He says he has an armada. Armada headed for North Korea.
Did you hear him
so you
refer
got two
to
dudes
it?
with crazy haircuts getting ready to fight.
Did you hear him refer to the military as my military? My military this, my military that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is getting ready. This is getting very serious, very fast. And I don't even think he even realizes the severity of the things that he's set in motion, because he's playing with fire, just like he thinks Kim Jong-un, what is his name?
You done messed the man's name up now.
Kim Jong-un or whatever his name is. Yeah, I see he's okay. I was about to cuss, so I had to catch that.
Yeah.
But he's just as crazy and narcissistic as.
Well, we don't know because he's never said anything really for us to document.
But see, that's even worse, because then the quiet ones that you just know.
One's back in the corner end up committing mass murder and stuff like that. All right, so we're pontificating. We don't know what's going to happen.
He told Trump to bring it then.
The good news is by many accounts, this idiot has decided that he's going to defer all of those military decisions. Right? And so I got a little more faith in that. Oftentimes these generals have seen young men maimed and killed.
Wait a minute, when did he make that decision? Because if
he said it the other day.
Oh, okay. But it wasn't in place when they were sitting around the little dinner table at Mar-a-Lago and made the decision with his cabinet sitting there. No generals, nobody from the
I don't know
national security.
Yeah, it was him and some other people having dinner. Yeah. I don't know where the line is drawn. Maybe he says, listen, we got to do something. And then they figure out that we're going to bomb the airfield. I don't know where he stops and the generals begin. But let's hope that he defers enough of the decision-making with regard to military activity to military people as often as possible.
Defer.
And by the way, I got enough sense, and we got to talk about the little invitation I got this week. But I got enough sense to give credit where credit is due. And although I know that killing innocent women, children, and babies and civilians, whether it's gas or bombs or whatever, needs to stop. I don't like the fact that gas was the line, but I'm glad that we did something, albeit somewhat ineffectual, but we did something. And now while you're at it, South Sudan and several other countries on the continent of Africa have suffering that far exceeds what's going on in Syria.
Absolutely.
Let's do that too.
Let's do something there too.
That's exactly right. Right. If that's going to be the MO, that's why you're moved to act. Let's move to act around the globe.
Okay.
Because they've been suffering for generations.
Okay. I'll go with you on that one.
Yeah. So I'll give them credit for that.
Okay.
I'm not a person. I listened to them during the healthcare debate where he threatened the Republicans to work with Democrats. Oh, we don't like that. You can't work with them. They're Americans too.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you ever listen to
game politics?
Did you ever listen to Barack Obama's response to when he was asked the question of why he ultimately decided not to do anything about Syria? Did you ever listen to that?
No.
I would implore a lot of people, if you can, go to YouTube and pull that up. Matter of fact, if you were going to my webpage, and I can probably put it on our family meeting page. But in his response, he was asked, why did we not? And he gave a whole plethora of things of why he decided ultimately not to. But the core answer of why, he said, at the end of the day, no matter how we feel about things, there are going to be things that will happen around this world, on this globe, that we just cannot extend ourselves to because it would risk our safeties here. And that's basically what he ended up saying. So he had an actual policy. He had an actual forethought of how he wanted to deal with Syria. And over time, I believe he could have put enough pressure on Russia and enough pressure on the United Nations to get Syria to stop this war. However, and this is where I'm finna say something that's going to get very controversial, and I know we're getting ready to go to break. Assad is not the monster magnitude or magnified that everybody tries to make him out to be. And I'll tell you why after the break.
Okay. Well, I don't know the man, so I can't refute one way or the other. Don't know him at all.
Okay.
I never met the man before.
I'll tell you why.
He's pretty
after the break.
tall. I know
I'll tell
he's
you why. Yeah, he's very tall.
educated in the West. I know that too. So he's got some sense of what goes on
Right.
elsewhere.
Yeah, he was actually called back home to lead that country. He never wanted to be king.
Yeah. So we'll come back and hit the phones. The number is 773-763-9278. I got an invitation. I got an invitation last week after our broadcast last week.
Oh my God.
We'll do a little straw poll here and see what you
go.
think. 773-763-9278. Prince died almost a year ago Friday.
Yes,
But today,
he did.
it was Friday's anniversary.
Yep, Friday.
So we're playing Prince music here today. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
Pain that won't cease, a health issue that's not getting better. It may be time you visited Health on Earth Wellness Centers. With over 20 years experience, 4 Chicagoland locations, and patients that range from 2 months old to 93, Health on Earth Wellness Centers are fully prepared to meet all your chiropractic needs. We have state-of-the-art facilities in Crestwood, Tinley Park, the South Loop, and Naperville. Don't let being healthy be your last resort. Make it your first choice. Make an appointment today at healthonearth.org. That's healthonearth.org.
For 25 years, the Center for Economic Progress has helped low-income working families become more financially stable through our free tax and financial services. Each year, over 1,000 volunteers help prepare tax returns at no cost for more than 20,000 families across Metro Chicago. On average, the Center for Economic Progress helps each family receive a tax refund equivalent to 6 weeks of their annual salaries. Visit the Center for Economic Progress at www.economicprogress.org or call us at 312-252-0280.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. All benefits are subject to policy definitions, limitations, and exclusions. For details, visit qualityoflifeinsurance.com.
Building a solid insurance plan is like building a place to live. It takes different materials to make it comfortable.
What about a castle? Isn't it just made of stone?
Castles are drafty, but that's not the point. Homes use different building materials, and you need different insurance coverage to give you security.
What about a teepee? Isn't it just made out of one thing?
Skins and poles, but let's stay focused. Quality of Life Insurance is affordable insurance from a leading company and can provide benefits if you're disabled or suffer a serious illness or injury and need help to preserve your lifestyle.
So it's a modern structure to meet my insurance needs.
Exactly.
To find out more, contact the Polaris Insurance Agency. Visit polarisadvice.com or call 312-951-2606 to learn about how we can help you make a plan for your future. That's 312-951-2606.
This is Vince Verzi, a consultant with BizBroom.com. Welcome back to the Family Meeting.
Yeah, I'll dig real deep on the Prince thing. Yeah,
I like that song.
You don't?
I do.
Oh, there you go. That's like early Prince. That's before like Purple Rain, 1999. That's, for Prince heads, that's the music that we listened to.
When he first came out.
Yeah, it was kind of odd because right then when this came out, there was a lot of funk going on there. So it was this kind of rockish, punkish thing going on.
I know what you're saying.
But it caught you, the bass line, and he did a James Brown thing where he was always on the one. And that's where we caught you.
All right now.
And the long hair thing was a little bit. What's up, dude?
So funny.
What's up, dude? With the long hair, man. Yeah. The number 773-763-9278 is the number. So you were going to say, I got to tell them about the invitation, but you tell us what you were going to say about this whole bombing.
Well, you during the break we were talking about you supported Trump doing something about Syria because I guess you gave me the explanation of if we supported it when Barack Obama did it, we should be still supporting it when Trump did it. I didn't support it when Barack asked Congress for that. But I knew what he was doing when he asked Congress because he didn't want to make the decision and have it be on his head or his shoulders because of how he viewed the turmoil and things that were going on over there.
I disagree with his reasoning, the reasoning you just gave.
What do you mean?
Because I think that he's a constitutional lawyer. He knew that he needed to go to Congress before he could do something like that. I think he did it because it was the right way to go about doing it.
Oh, no.
Not because he didn't want something on
the
his head.
logistics of it. Yeah, okay. I understand what you're saying.
I never seen that man run from nothing like that.
I didn't say he was running, but ultimately, and I posted this on your page, and I want people to go ahead and at least I hope I posted it on your page, but I want people to listen to his explanation of why, because even after Congress actually gave him the authorization to do it, okay? They gave it to him on, what was it, September 6th, 2013? Or was it October, one of the two? And it was just 7 days later on October or September the 13th is when Russia stepped in and said, okay, we're going to broker a deal. And Congress essentially said, okay, we're going to set what Russia's offering us to that they would get a rein on Assad. Here's where I stand on Syria. That's a civil war between tribes that have been going on for years. I mean, literally years. Assad is the democratically elected. Now, whether or not he stole the election is, hearsay, neither here nor there. They may have to do something to get involved with that. But the whole point of the rebels wanting to overthrow Assad is because they're saying that he was not legitimately elected. Assad never wanted to be leader of Syria. Matter of fact, he wasn't even there. Like you said, he was educated over here. He wasn't even in Syria. And it wasn't until his father died and then his brother, who was to assume the leadership, was killed also, that he was actually called back. So he is the legitimate leader of that country. And for the rebels to come in and say, hey, I don't like this, and I'm going to take it by force. I think Assad has every right, again, not to use the gas per se, but I think he has every right to defend a nation that...
He's not defending them.
What is he doing?
He's bombing women and children. He's bombing hospitals.
He's bombing the rebel-held areas.
Yeah, but he's getting women, children, and he's targeting hospitals.
He's bombing? Yes, he is.
Right.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. I probably would do the same thing.
Are you cold, man?
If I'm the leader, hold on. If I'm the leader of this country, I
is
swear
it
to
because
God,
you're small? Is that why you're that way?
No, I swear.
You
I'm
small
telling
people
you,
just like,
I'm
beat you up.
I'm
beat you up.
protecting my country. I'm the leader of this country. Now, I'd be doggone if I'm going to let some rebels who don't like the way things is going. That'd be like Kansas coming in here talking about.
I think we're talking about two different things.
No, that's like a.
No. I agree.
Hold on. We talk about these militia groups here in the United States, right?
Right.
What if the militia groups one day all of a sudden said, I'm going to overthrow the government of the United States and I'm going to rise up and I'm going to mount a...
We are talking about two different things.
Okay. No, we're not.
We are because, you're right. If a militia group rises up, they need to be put down. But you don't kill the women and children as well.
If a woman and children get in the way of the fight, what's going to happen?
See, that's why you little people, man. Y'all,
listen,
you small people, man.
I do not condone the loss of life under these circumstances. Don't get me wrong. But what I am saying is Assad has every right
but when
to
the
defend
US goes,
his country.
Typically, when the U.S. goes and bombs areas like that,
The United States should even be involved in
but
that.
when they
It's
do-
not their business.
when they do, they take into consideration collateral damage. He's not doing that. That's the problem.
Because
listen,
he's defending.
Listen to me, because I agree with you. If there's a revolution like that, it should be put down, but it should be done with precision.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I will blow this mug up and burn this country to the ground before I allow you to come in
And then what you
and
end up
destroy
doing
it.
is creating more terrorists.
Probably at the end of the day, but he is well within his right as the leader of that. He's a sovereign nation. He is the leader.
Yeah. So the move, I think.
So what should have happened?
The move, I think, is for us to stop him from not doing precision bombings. He should be doing precision bombings.
Oh, well, okay. I could see how you could say that.
Right.
I think the more pragmatic solution to that is to get the United Nations involved, and everybody has to be on the same page to say, come on, Assad. You know, if you need us to come in here and somehow negotiate with you and the other sides to stop this, then let's do that. But otherwise, they still have to recognize that that man is the leader of that sovereign nation. What we did with
It's not
the
really a
United
nation either, by the way.
Okay. Well, if you want to correct me on semantics, that's fine. Let me make my point.
Okay.
He is still the leader of that country, right? He has every right to defend his country against enemies, both foreign and domestic.
Right.
Okay. The United States has no business going over there and telling him how he should be able to mount a defense against people who are trying to overthrow him. Now, what the United States has done is exacerbated that situation by going into Syria and arming the rebels. So they are, in a sense, taking a side. We're not supposed to be over there taking a side. We're supposed to go in and try to negotiate.
There's a semantical difference.
Why? Because women and children are dying?
Because the excuse is that they're arming the rebels so that it's a fair fight, not for them to win.
Okay, you just made my point.
Okay, but that aside, he should not be killing people en masse. If we allow that, then it's okay for the U.S. to bomb the move.
Wait. When the rebels decided that they wanted to mount up against Assad, did they not know that they were going to incur casualties and collateral damage while they take into consideration
fighting for their lives?
So
Yeah,
should they have
that's war.
Right. So should they have said, okay, women and children, let's move you off to someplace safe so you won't get bombed?
Largely, they are.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen the bombing patterns that he's using?
Listen, bringing them to their knees. Listen. I understand what
you don't
he's
target
doing.
Hospitals. That's a global thing. If you're going to fight, you're going to fight fair. You don't bomb
No.
hospitals.
There's no such
You don't
thing.
bomb schools.
There's no such thing as fair in war.
Well,
There's
sure
no,
it is.
no.
The Geneva Convention outlines that.
Because when we get into it, we're not going to be fair about stuff. Look at what we just did in Afghanistan. When you dropped that mother of all bombs on top of that caves what was the purpose of that? That was a bomb that has never,
I'm not
ever
excusing
been
the U.S.
used.
I'm not excusing the U.S. at all.
So, but we
Not at
can't
all.
get to talking about Syria unless we talk about the United States' role.
If we let other countries do that, and then the U.S. does it, don't we want the U.S. to be checked? Let's say they're bombing the south side of Chicago.
Listen, I agree with you. I think
Let's say they decide to target the hospitals on the south side.
I agree that the United States should be held accountable, or in other words, you can't expect to hold someone else accountable for stuff that you won't even hold yourself accountable.
exactly
So
right.
I agree.
Right.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. However, I still say Assad has the right to defend his country against
I don't think
enemies.
anybody's arguing that.
Okay. So my point then, when I say that, is we
Russia's
had
helping him.
no, I'm saying we had no business getting involved. Now, the gas part of it, absolutely. But do I think
So you don't
we
think there's
should-
any domestic interests in Syria
for us?
for the United States?
Tell me. I'll wait. Go ahead.
It was strategically located. You know, it's located right there
I
on
know
the other side
exactly.
of
I know
Iraq.
Yep.
Near Israel.
But can
right?
we
They're partnered, arguably, with Iran,
Mhm.
who has sworn the death of Israel, right? So if they succeed with Iran, Iran is right on the border of Israel. Is that what we want?
And no, what I'm saying is we are partners in defending those nations. Now, until Israel is directly threatened or directly affected
You want to
by
wait till they're
this,
directly threatened? Is that what you want to wait for?
I mean, come on.
Wait, really? You want to wait till they're...
You're gonna wait if you get into a
Then what?
If you're gonna get into a fight with someone.
So then
you
what?
wait.
So,
you wait
So
until
Iran moves in, and now they have their weapons pointed directly at Israel. Then we step in?
No, because we're already strategically located there to guard against something like that already.
See, that's why I say we're saying two different things. Because I don't disagree with you that he should be able to defend the country.
Okay.
I agree with you.
As long as we understand.
I just don't think that he should go around. The U.S. shouldn't either, bombing hospitals and schools.
Okay, that's a position.
Right.
And I can agree with you on that one. Do that.
Now we've made the phone ring, so let's see what the. so we've got a rabbit visiting us today. Apparently, there's a rabbit, and he happens to call himself the Easter Bunny.
Yes, hello. I'm calling to understand why you think it's important to tell the children that I do not exist.
Well, Mr. Easter Bunny.
Hey man, shouldn't you be working today? Today's Easter. Ain't you
Exactly.
got some baskets to deliver or something? Why are you on the phone now?
How'd you go? Eric.
Okay.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. He was just. We're sorry about that. We don't know what happened, but he was inadvertently cut off.
Call back, Mr. Easter Bunny. Let's see what Dave in Sacramento, California. Dave, hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
What happened?
I don't know. What happened?
Hello. Oh, try it again.
Can you hear us, Dave?
Perhaps the phone.
I don't know. Maybe it's raggedy today.
I don't know. Lady B, please check our phone lines.
All right, let's put him on hold there and figure. She's running around now trying to figure out what the phone is. Okay. So I got an invitation before we go to break here today. And I posted it on our Facebook page. What?
Just checking.
Yeah, I got the phone on here. Is that the right phone?
Yeah, that's the right one.
That's the one I did, yeah. See? Phone's raggedy around here. The ghetto of radio studios.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got an invitation to come to a radio station, a Tea Party, specifically a Tea Party members broadcast to talk about the issues. And you know how I am, man.
Talk about the issues.
Yes.
That the issues that mean something to you or mean something to them.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, so they got their cackles up here because I constantly refer to them as being intellectual midgets.
You do.
And of course, when you don't agree with them, then they automatically assign you to another gang, the other political gang.
Yeah.
Well, you Democrats.
And pull out the attacks.
Right. And what I keep telling them is, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican and got sense enough to know better. But now they want to put me in that category, and they think somehow or another we're going to have a big right-wing, left-wing debate about something. I know how that works. I know how that works. And then they've even tried, to check me. What are you, chicken? Like I'm afraid. How about that? So I'm contemplating it, and then not so much anymore. And let me let y'all weigh in on it. Should I go over there and have this conversation? It would happen after this broadcast.
To the right-wing propaganda station.
Yeah, and you know what happens. So we do 2-3 hours, however long I'm there, and so they just take all of what I've said, put it in little clips, and play it, and then not in its entirety.
But is it a fact? Because everything you're going to say is going to be a fact, right? So how do they?
It's going to be a fact as I know it. I'm ready to be wrong on
Okay.
a regular basis. I'm okay with being checked, but I'm not. I'm not interested in having.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that either.
No,
we talked about this.
We talk solutions and what's good ideas.
We put things out there and we have other people actually weigh in with their thoughts. We don't direct people how to think about a certain subject or a certain conversation. We want input. So let's get to solutions. Let's get to how we can best work out a solution and solve things, not about teaching or telling people what they should be thinking about a certain subject. The whole idea of big government paying for lunches and things, and how can you rail against a child wanting to eat lunch, and how can you be upset that that's happening? And then turn around and ask the question, what do these kids eat on the weekends, or what do they eat at night? A lot of times that lunch, that school lunch, a lot of times that is their only meal.
Right.
There is the only meal. So if the government can provide that little bit of comfort for that child, I'm all for that. And if that's what they're using my taxes for, I'm all for that.
And there's no diversity.
None.
There.
None.
They, I went over and engaged them in conversation on the Facebook page for the show.
No.
And I didn't see one person of color respond in the conversation.
Right.
It may have been.
Yeah.
But, I didn't see not one. Simple ideas. And of course, they were upset because I highlighted the fact that our school district now has an all-white board.
Well,
right?
They highlighted what they thought you were saying about, like you said, they cut and pasted and clipped and took out of context
they had to
a
correct
few
it.
words that you said.
And in all fairness, they ended up correcting it because they
did. They did.
Yeah, I give them credit for that, because that's not what I was saying, that because it's an all-white board, they can't do a good job for black students.
But to attack you from that standpoint and on the basis from just that alone, that tells you the mind frame of what that particular
they're looking
station
for a reason to attack versus having a
Exactly.
conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. So, let me know what you think. If you think I should go over there, I'm probably not going to listen to you, but whatever. The number 773-763-9278 is Prince Day.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, baby. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
This is Attorney Gina Smith of Jami Law, JAMII Law.com. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
The Law Office of Darnell Lyles is ready to help you, whether it's personal injury, criminal, DUI and OWI, nursing home, product liability, it doesn't matter. Call 219-939-9-LAW. That's 219-939-9529. That's right. When you're driving and get into a wreck. Had a few drinks too many? A cop hits you with a DUI or OWI?
Think you better call Danielle.
Arrested and facing criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony?
I think you better call Danielle.
Purchase a product that causes you or a loved one harm?
I think you better call Danielle.
When your loved one is neglected and abused in a nursing home?
I think you better call Danielle.
That's right. You better call Attorney Darnell Lyles and get represented right. And the first consultation is free. Yes, free. So call right now. 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. Attorney Darnell Lyles. Darnell Lyles.
Itsashort.com. The website is itsashort.com, spelled ITFASHORT.com. We are the best designation on the internet for award-winning short film, video, and web series. Artists are from all over the world. They are award-winning from various festivals, but you can find us at info@itsashort.com, customer care at itsashort.com, and we'll get back to you straight away.
Are you looking for the best residential and commercial laundry service in the Chicagoland area? Then you want PleaseDoMyLaundry.com. That's PleaseDoMyLaundry.com.
This is Paul Mark Wallace, president of InSync Consulting Services. Our website is www.insynccs.com. Welcome back to the family meeting.
So you think it should be a sovereign nation thing, right? That's what you're saying?
Do I think what now?
You think it should be a sovereign nation thing? And I don't disagree with you at all. I'm saying the same thing about Iraq and every place else that the United States has decided.
You can't go over there alone. You have to go in it with other people that are backing you up. If you're on the side of
Nobody
right.
should go in. Nobody should go in anybody's country.
What I'm saying is not
That's
go
just humanity.
in. Right. I'm not saying go in. I mean, go at it in a point where you are collectively in agreement with the rest of the world. If you can be condemned by the rest of the world and you don't need the rest of the world's help to tell you.
That's a whole different issue, though, isn't it?
It is a whole different issue, but that's what I'm saying. That's what America didn't do. That would be like Japan saying, you know what? I'm tired of the way the U.S. treats its black people. It's another black person that's been shot down in the streets. We're just going to start bombing the United States until they.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
No, you can't.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Come on. If there are human atrocities going on here in the United States,
somebody should come over and bomb us.
Bomb the hell out of them. Bomb the hell out of them. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Come save me.
But what if you get hit in one of them bomb strikes?
Collateral damage, right? Didn't you say that earlier?
So then you agree with me.
No, because it's different. because your argument is that if the U.S. started bombing me, that's a problem.
No, what I'm saying is if Japan.
I know, but that's not what's going on. You got your metaphors all mixed up, man.
No, I don't have my metaphors mixed up. I'm making comparisons. The Easter Bunny can wait. I'm making comparisons.
If the Japan comes over here and starts bombing because there are human atrocities,
yes.
So
they should.
And
they should be allowed
come
to do
over
that.
here.
They should be able to invade a sovereign nation.
Yes.
Simply because of that.
Because of human atrocities.
But without.
No, you can't keep adding stuff now. Yes, it would be ideal. It would be ideal if they had the UN behind them. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But in the absence of that, if this country is killing me, come help my ass. Come here and help me. Yes.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Okay. I hear you.
If I'm innocent, especially, come help me.
Yeah, but
otherwise, you get places like North Korea, right, where he's starving the people to death.
Yeah, but did you not see what happened on TV?
Which there's lots
Saturday,
of on TV.
Friday, Saturday. You didn't see that?
What stuff?
So people are starving over there. So why is it that there's people who are implicit and okay with that happening?
Who's okay with it?
All those people that were marching in the army and stuff yesterday. Did they not know that their fellow people are starving?
You don't know that they're okay. You know that they were marching.
Okay, that's true too. That's true too.
Right. They could be mad as hell, but afraid they're going to get killed if they don't comply.
I see.
I'm just saying. Okay, the Easter Bunny's back. Let's see what the Easter Bunny has to say. Hey, man.
First, you tell people I don't exist. Then you make me wait. Good God.
You're kind of a mean-sounding Easter Bunny, man. I kind of envision the Easter Bunny being kind of giggly with a high voice.
And I'm kind of upset because I didn't get my Easter basket.
Yeah, where's my basket, man?
All right, folks, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I can't hear you, so I'm going to make this quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now gone 48 hours with no tweet from President Cittadini. Now, I don't know if it's because it's the Easter holiday or what, but I will tell you this. Thank the Lord. Let's see if we can make it to a whole week without him blowing something up or tweeting something that gets us blown up. Now, y'all have a great rest of your Easter, and research, if you can hear me, research, you got me straight tripping, boo. Bye.
He knows my nickname.
That's your nickname, Research?
Research.
Y'all got kind of close there a little bit, didn't you?
He knows my nickname. Do you want me to, answer the phones from my phone to see if it helps?
Okay, looks like she's dumping. Are you dumping them, Lady V? You having them call back? She's having them call back, I think.
Either that or let's try it on my end. You want to try it on my end?
I want to wait to see what she's doing. She said
don't
do
no.
that.
Okay, no
don't
worries.
do that.
All right. So, what he just said, we have gone a couple of days without getting a tweet from him because he's down.
There was a tweet this morning.
Was it? Oh, yeah. He's down in Mar-a-Lago again, wasting our money again.
I sure hate talking about that idiot.
Doing what he's been doing again.
I just feel incrementally more stupid every time we talk about that idiot.
I know, but we
Everybody-
have to
Everybody
make
who
sure.
got sense knows he's an
But we
idiot.
have to make sure people don't forget, because, like you said at the top of the broadcast, we've stopped talking about Russia.
Yeah.
We've stopped talking about the FBI investigation into him. I don't even understand why we're still having a conversation that even involves him and the word president at the same time, because he should not be there. So unless we keep the fire going and the pressure on the media to keep at the story, then people are going to start talking about other things. And he's creating these distractions to make us start talking about something else.
I think he's just stupid. I don't think he's doing it to create a distraction. I think he's just stupid. I
Listen,
think
I've said this before, and people would disagree with me. I don't think he's as stupid as we make him out to be. He's a master at doing. He's been doing this for most of his career. When he reinvented himself into this reality TV star, he's been using that type of I don't even know what the word it is I'm looking at, but he's been using that against us, as my fiance calls it. He's been gaming us like a pimp has from day one, you know?
Yeah.
And he's basically said certain things that kind of trick us, not really trick us, because some people need something to believe in. So he tapped into that society that is yearning and looking and needing for whatever it is, and he's been saying what they need to hear for them to believe in him.
Yeah,
but once they got the belief and he got what he wanted from him, now China's not been labeled a currency manipulator. His position has changed on Russia.
Yeah, but see,
his
he's
position
doing-
has changed on
but
all
he's-
these other things.
Fareed said this today, and Lisa wants to know what I thought about Fareed
She
today.
did.
We can't be straight line, don't like whatever he does. Because when he does something that we agree with, we have to acknowledge it.
I'm not
right?
saying that you're right. We're not. We shouldn't be.
Well, wait a minute. So, yeah, he didn't label China as a currency manipulator. That's what we wanted.
That's what he. No.
Congratulations.
I wanted. That's what he said he would do.
I know, but he didn't do it. And
Right.
we didn't want him to do it. So congratulations.
Okay.
Right? And everything else that he hasn't gotten done.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations on not doing the stupid stuff you said you were going to do.
Okay, so a congratulations on that would be in order.
Right.
However, so is that to our benefit then? Because at the end of the
We
day,
have a permanent interest in certain things going on.
so is he going to piss off his base long enough that they won't vote for him
They're
again?
too stupid to know the difference. We know that.
Or did they say, even though that's what he's saying, we know that that's not what he was actually going to do? Because I've actually heard
Yeah.
some of his supporters
He-
say that.
He ain't building no wall. He ain't doing none of that stuff.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
They don't do that. These people who voted for him, and those who voted for him, and like I
So
said
then why
before,
did they vote for him?
I mean, how can I explain stupid? I don't
'Cause
know how
they
to
hated
explain
Hillary?
stupid. Well, that too.
Okay.
I can't explain stupid. But if you voted for him because you believed he was going to do that stuff, and he didn't do it, and you're still happy with him, you've been okie doked.
Yeah, well, we know that.
But still, we have a permanent interest that we're pursuing. We can't get caught up in that gang warfare. Just because he's a Republican, just because he's an idiot. If he does the right thing according to how we think it should be done, then we need to make sure that we acknowledge it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
Not to mention, because he's a narcissist, he feeds on that stuff.
Mm-hmm. But how does anyone trust that that what he did was the right thing and it was the best interest of the country?
Well-
because he's said so many different things and done the exact opposite. Where do we as people?
He said things that we didn't want him to do.
No,
He
no,
did
no.
things that
That's
we
not what I'm
wanted him to do.
asking. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, where do people begin to trust the words that are coming out of his mouth? Because he's already demonstrated that he will say one thing and do
You said when?
something. Yeah, when do we
We
begin?
don't. We don't.
So we just judge him on his actions.
Listen, what he's proven to us is if he says it, that's not what he's going to do. So we should hope he says the opposite of what we want done. Because he's probably not going to do it.
I never quite thought of it that way.
I'm just saying, that's the thing that really irritates me about this political gang warfare thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to not like the other one because they're on the other team, even if they do something good.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I agree.
Right.
Because I mean, we saw 8 years of that with Barack Obama. There's no way he could have been wrong on every single thing that he wanted to do.
Absolutely,
but yet
not.
they did.
Right. So if we do the same thing, then we're just as bad.
Okay.
So yeah, he's an idiot. He said a whole bunch of really, really stupid things that he was going to do, and they were all going to be on day one. By the way, this is a hell of a busy one. Day one.
Yeah.
Sign all this stuff.
It's lasted 87 days.
Right? By the way, he had a plan to defeat ISIS.
And within 30 days.
And we haven't seen
anything like that.
Well, cool. Well, we knew that was stupid in the first place.
Yeah.
And it's just manifesting itself. So I say, okay, he's doing exactly what we need him to do. He's being the idiot that we thought he was going to be. He can't get anything done. Hell, I bet that he doesn't even know half of what he can do.
Okay.
Because he's too intellectually lazy to figure it out.
True.
He's delegated a lot of the hard work to other people that he can then blame and fire when they don't get it done. Right? So he's a master at that. He'd give it to his dumb son-in-law, who he probably doesn't want married to his daughter. Give him some hard work to do, let him screw it up, and then fire.
I have a different theory on that, but okay.
Well, you know.
I think he needs
But we still have to focus on our permanent interests. And assuming they're being met or not addressed the wrong way, then we need to be in positive mode.
Good. I can go with you on that one. I can go with that one. I can go with you on that one.
Thank you very much.
I still say, as a citizen of this country, I want to be able to believe in the person that's sitting in the White House. I want to be able to believe and know that they have my best interest at heart.
You can't. You know that.
Not with this gentleman, I can't.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, not with this gentleman.
In fact, you cannot with any president. You couldn't with Barack.
I can't think that.
You couldn't with Barack.
Think that he had my best interest at heart? You're going to have to explain that one to me.
He had the best interest of his politics. We have to hope that his politics are our politics. But he ain't got your best interest.
I mean, me personally, this little old lowly person down here, no, that's not what I'm saying. Right. I'm saying it, in the grand scheme of things.
But he has your politics. And as long as he could meet the goals of your politics, then he was good. That's being a politician right there. Okay, so hopefully, Lady B, you okay now? You sure?
She restarted everything.
Oh, you restarted everything? You're like smart. You one of them smart Puerto Ricans, ain't you? Oh, book learning. And how about that?
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
The number's 773. I'll call back if you called earlier. 773-763-9278. News now. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
Won't you let me dress you? I was your one and only friend. Maybe if somebody hurt you, even if it's somebody me. Sometimes I trip on how happy we could be. Please.
Hi, this is Kurt Summers, City Treasurer for Chicago. You can find me at www.summersforchicago.com. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
A basic and essential part of any financial plan is savings. Most of whatever cash you have will be there because you put it there, not necessarily because of some fancy investment. Now with Save and Plan, Polaris is introducing a new way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up to save, Polaris will help you develop a customized financial plan and give you a real person to speak with. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com and call us today at 312-951-2606. Or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606. Or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save & Plan, empowering advice for everyone.
Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA, SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
This is Richard Chu, owner of First Capital Insurance Group, and my message is do what is doable. We each have a different measure of financial success. My mission is to help you define your financial goals in light of a realistic budget and time horizon. I want you to have a great year and a great life, but we have to keep it real. Is your retirement plan giving you the protection, interest rate, and cash you'll need in retirement? If you've had issues with your 401k, IRA, or other financial programs, give us a call. We have proven solutions and we can help. My direct number is 312-243-3907. Let's talk soon, or visit my website, firstcig.com. That's the number 1, stcig.com.
I'm Teresa McDonald, and here are the top stories we are following here at the family meeting. An Arkansas judge blocked the state from using a lethal injection drug in its upcoming executions of 6 men after a company says the drug wasn't sold to be used for capital punishment.
6 people in 2 days.
6 people. It gets better. Hold on. This is what I was saying. It's going to be a little long. Pulaski County Circuit Judge Wendell Griffin issued a temporary restraining order on Friday preventing Arkansas from using its supply of vercuronium bromide in the executions. McKesson, a medical supply company, has said that the prison system bought the drug believing it would be used for medical purposes. The company has said it had been reassured the drug would be returned and even issued a refund, but the drugs were never returned. Griffin's order came the same day as a federal judge blocked Arkansas's plan to execute as many as 9 prisoners in a 10-day span, citing a constitutional amendment banning cruel and unusual punishment and ruling that the inmates have a constitutional right to challenge the cocktail of drugs used to execute them. The ruling by Judge Kristen Baker of the Eastern District of Arkansas covers 9 inmates, 6 that were set to die this month, 2 who had earlier received temporary stays of execution, and 1 whose death had yet to be scheduled, issued a restraining order prohibiting Arkansas from using one of these 3 execution drugs, midazolam. You know what that is, right?
Sure I do. I have that in my medicine cabinet.
Right. The state's Republican governor, Asa Hutchinson, had argued that the executions, which would have been the state's first since 2005, had to be rushed. And get this, they had to be rushed through because the drug was due to expire. That's the criteria.
Moldy drugs, huh?
Moldy drugs.
Yeah.
So we got to hurry up and kill these folks. Man. Days after 2 officers in suburban Atlanta were fired when videos surfaced showing them kicking and punching a motorist, authorities have reportedly dismissed nearly 90 cases involving the pair. The Gwinnett County solicitor said she was dropping all cases in which Robert McDonald, no relation, of course, Michael Bongiovanni.
You mean Ronald McDonald or Robert McDonald?
Robert McDonald or Michael Bongiovanni were either the principal officer or a necessary witness. 63 cases were dismissed in Gwinnett County Recorder's Court and 26 in Gwinnett County State Court, according to the ABC affiliate WSBT in Atlanta. All were misdemeanor or traffic offenses, according to Atlanta Journal-Constitution. McDonald and Bongiovanni were fired Thursday after videos emerged online showing a non-resistant man, later identified as Demetrius Hollins, with his hands in the air being punched and later kicked while handcuffed on the ground during a traffic stop. Bye. Just bye. All right. And last but not least, the nation seems to still remain in shock after seeing footage of passenger Dr. David Dow involuntarily dragged from his seat by airport security due to an overbooked flight and refusing to give up his seat. While speaking at a press conference on Thursday on behalf of his client, attorney Thomas Demetrio revealed that he had received an email calling Dr. Dow the Asian Rosa Parks.
Hold on a second, player.
You heard that correctly. Well, that sparked a quick...
Look at that clown on TV talking about Dr. King and Trump being in the same... Man, somebody getting ready to get choked out.
That sparked a quick and terse response from Parks' niece, Urana McCauley. She explained that though what happened to Dow was unjust, the comparison to her aunt, a civil rights pioneer, was flighty at best. This is what she said. Unfortunately, what happened to Dr. Dow is definitely wrong, and it was definitely a mistreatment of him, she said. But as someone who is her niece and grew up with Rosa Parks, and knowing her on a personal level, knowing all that she endured, and knowing what Black people in this country endured at that time, I feel you cannot compare the two. Continuing her explanation, she made this one major point. She said, I think that what Dr. Dow was going to do is probably change the policy at United Airlines, but what my Aunt Rosa actually did was change the history of the United States. So the comparison to her was
mic drop.
Yeah. Visit our website, tfmradioshow.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for archived audio and video of the broadcast, as well as our music playlist. The news today is sponsored by Mrs. Indecent Exposure, Aromatherapy Bath and Body. I'm Teresa McDonald, and this has been your TFM Radio Show News. Keep it right here, y'all. We'll be right back with more of the family meeting.
You're listening to Chicago's only independent progressive talk station, 820 AM WCPT Willow Springs and 92.5 WCPT FM DeKalb, Chicago's progressive talk.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. All benefits are subject to policy definitions, limitations, and exclusions. For details, visit qualitylifeinsurance.com.
When you're doing chores around the house, it makes everything easier when you have the right tools. You wouldn't want to use a hammer to repair the switch on a lamp. The same is true if you're preparing for your future. The right tools make all the difference. For many people, Quality of Life Insurance is the right tool. It's affordable life insurance from an industry leader, so you know it will be there for your family if you die. But it can also be a source of income if you become disabled or have a serious illness and need living benefits to preserve your quality of life, and even gives you options to help build cash value for retirement. It's a versatile tool to help you build for your future. Call your local agent to shed a little light on the advantages of Quality of Life Insurance.
To find out more, contact the Polaris Insurance Agency. Visit polarisadvice.com or call 312-951-2606 to learn about how we can help you make a plan for your future. That's 312-951-2606.
The name of my business is Mrs. Indecent Exposure. We are an intimate aromatherapy, massage, bath, and body shop. We have the best aromatherapy, bath, and skincare products available. You can find us in Chicago and on the World Wide Web. We're located at 6916 West North Avenue in Chicago, 3 blocks east of Harlem Avenue, 773-417-3223. Mrs. Indecent Exposure, MRSNDEXPO.com.
Turn around. Turn around. 2, 3, come on now. Dance with me. Come on, everybody. Everybody, get on the floor. Tell me what you come here for. Girl, it ain't no use. Your body will get loose. Work that body like you want some more. I'm saying everybody, get on the beat. We're gonna show you people what to treat. People everywhere, loosen up your hair. Take a deeper breath and sing along with me. Are y'all ready? Hey, come on, say ooh. All right.
My name is Lionel Allen Jr., Urban Prep Academies, www.urbanprep.org, and welcome back to the family meeting.
See, I can listen to this one here. I don't need to stop this one.
I hear you.
This is the jam. This is what he did on George Lopez's show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was I saw that.
This was the post-heels Prince, because he had sneakers on. Like
he was jacked up by then.
Yeah, the heel thing, man, messing my back up, man.
Yeah. That's what led to him being you know.
On them painkillers.
Yeah, that's what led to it. They said he was supposed to have had surgery years and years ago, but he knew that once he had the surgery, he wouldn't be able to perform the way he did, so he elected not to, and he just medicated it with the painkillers. Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Boy, it was bad.
Man.
It's bad.
He lost a good one, I'm telling you.
Problem is you really can't find a lot of his music on the web by design. He held on to his property pretty fiercely. Anytime you try to find something about him, on there, it's deleted or blocked or removed or something.
Yeah, BJ and I were discussing the fact that every now and then we used to be able to see Prince's Under the Cherry Moon or Purple Rain every now and then be broadcast on TV. But now since he's passed away, they haven't showed it at all.
Lock it down.
Yep, at all.
He held on to his art. I'm interested to know what happens with the music in that vault. That vault is they claim to have.
Who knows?
Yeah, because
who knows?
People have been offering to remix it for him and put it into form.
Yeah.
But I hear it's
his family's fighting so fiercely over everything that it's just ridiculous. They're still
not supposed to get settled this week.
Is it settled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he only has one full sister and the others are halves.
But the judge is saying that whether they were half or wholes, they still get equal shares. Yeah.
Which is plenty to go around.
Oh God,
and plenty to go. If you just sell music off of the vault, if it's what it's described, that's that's a lifetime of
generational wealth.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. 773-763-9278. Today we're commemorating. I might do it next week too.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you should.
You know what happens when we do this on our YouTube channel?
I know, we get shut down.
Yeah. Because it's printed.
Won't get the audio.
Yeah,
so y'all better enjoy it today because it won't be there tomorrow.
Yeah, Prince's people will go in and say, you can't have that. No.
And we don't use it to promote our shows because nobody never knows what you're going to play until they listen into the show. If they listen in and are pleasantly surprised, then great. Yeah. But you don't say what you're going to be, to promote the show, I should say. I think that's what overwhelmingly anybody would care about is whether or not you're using that to promote your show.
Right, exactly.
You don't do that. We don't do that.
What I tried to do this time, and I hope I did it right, is monetize it on behalf of Prince.
Exactly.
So that if you click on this show and you listen to the music, then he gets paid 2 cents or the state gets paid 2 cents or whatever. Perfect. I hope I did that right. If I didn't, I didn't.
Listen, you did not do it in a way you thought you would be monetarily rewarded for doing it. So
I didn't do
not
that.
At all.
So let's get Wayne called back for us. Let's see what's on Wayne's mind today. Wayne, what's up, man? Happy Easter.
Hey, happy Easter to y'all.
Likewise. What's on your mind, man?
Uh-oh, is something wrong?
Hello.
Oh boy.
Hi, Wayne.
Can't hear us, Lady B.
We don't know what's going on. Let me see if I can't do it on my side.
Okay, see.
Okay, Wayne, can you hear us now?
Hello.
No, I don't know what's going on. Everyone, we apologize. We are having
it's always something.
Phone. I know we are having phone issues. We can actually hear you. So if you want to come, if we go to you and you can kind of tell that we've answered the phone, just continue to talk because we can hear you. You may not be able to hear us, but we can hear you.
Because it's raggedy.
Yeah, we can hear you though.
Yeah. Let's try it again. Let Wayne say what he's got to say. Okay, Wayne, you're on your own, man.
Hello, can you hear me now?
We can hear you, sir.
Oh, okay, so you can hear me, Therese.
Yes, I can hear you. You want to speak? Can you hear me?
Let me hang up.
It's like my grandfather.
I don't know.
My grandfather,
I don't know.
It's funny. My grandfather, and I hope we still have this answering machine at home. So my grandfather was trying to figure out how to record, the outgoing message on his voicemail.
Yeah.
So he's messing around with the machine and apparently hit the record button, and you could hear him cussing. Man, what's wrong with this damn thing? It'll never work right, man. Somebody come in and tell me how to fix this thing. Beep.
Hold on. We've got someone calling, so I'm going to see if we can't answer it straight away. Hi, welcome to the show.
Lady B, can you hear me?
No, this is Teresa.
Okay.
No. Okay. Now
that was Tommy. And I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I promise you I don't.
It's raggedy. It's the ghetto of radio studios.
But again, people, if you are listening to us, if you can hear me now, when we call, if you think that we've gone to you and answered your call, just start talking. We can hear you.
Yeah. So, okay. So what's going on YouTube? Are they asking questions?
Let's see. S. Powell, I don't know what her first name is. She says, Rump aided with Bannon ID the basic feelings in America. He's still playing to those people's feelings to the extent that the courts will allow. Figuring out that ACA is Obamacare, they're turning. I don't know what that means. And she says, I've been looking at some of the Prince videos. That guy was something else. So she must do that. And then I responded and said, and by definition, that is manipulation. Trump does what he does to get praise and affirmation, not to get results for America.
We can't engage in gang warfare.
I agree. But we still have to be able to, that's why we vote. That's why we get out and voice our opposition to maybe something that he's done.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
But you cannot stand in opposition to any particular issue that happens that you want.
That's true.
Regardless of who did it.
I agree with you.
That's gang talk if you do anything else. That's what the Republicans did during the entire Obama administration.
I agree.
Good or bad, they just opposed it.
No matter what it was.
No matter what it was. Even if it was their idea.
Even if it was their idea.
They opposed it.
Which if you look at it now, they're trying to come back around and implement the same things that he put forth in his presidency. And Trump being in office now, I take that back. I cussed. I said that man's name.
Sure did.
Him being in office now is not about him even being president. It's about him undoing everything Barack Obama did. Period. That's just all it is.
Yeah. That's what they're hoping for. They know they've got a useful idiot in the White House who will sign off on anything that they send him. That's what they wanted. But they can't seem to get their act together in Congress to send him anything. So listen, here's the deal. Midterms are here in a year and a half.
There's a major election happening on Tuesday in Georgia. The sixth district, yes.
Election.
Tom Price's seat. If you are under the sound of my voice, please.
They ain't listening.
Please get out and vote.
They ain't listening.
That seat we lost in Kansas, that one hurt me.
We? Who's we?
America. I'm taking it for the team.
Yeah.
I'm taking it for the team.
From what I read about the guy in Kansas who was the Democrat, I don't think I would
have wanted him.
No, I wouldn't support him anyway.
Lisa says Trump is headed to Kenosha to speak at Snap-on Tools this week.
Oh, okay.
She said another photo op. He knows he's safe in the land of cheddar. He's orange too, so he'll fit right in.
Yeah.
Lisa. Oh my goodness.
Snap-on Tools is in Wisconsin? What?
I'm just going to wait for another commercial, then reset the board.
Reset the board too?
She going to reset the whole board? Oh my God. We may not have a show after the commercial.
We'll just say bye-bye after the
Exactly.
the
it's just going to go blow. It's going to blow. It's going to poof.
All right, Lady B, if you say so. You think it's the board?
I think so.
But if people are hearing us,
they can hear the radio. They can't hear us on the telephone.
Right.
Yeah.
So
are they hearing us while they're holding?
Yeah, they can hear you.
But it's once you connect the button to the. Okay. So you're right. Something in the interface is down. I got you.
Raggedy. Can you say raggedy?
Yeah. We're trying, people. We're trying to get our issues worked out here.
I had a car like this in college. I paid like $300 for that raggedy ass car I had in college. It had a hole in the floor of the car. And when it snowed, the snow would come up in the car.
Stop.
I'm just saying. You had a raggedy ass car like that?
I did it. Oh my God.
So I'm in college. I didn't have no money. And it was like white with like a burgundy front quarter panel. So I took it to Earl Scheib, man, and got a $99 paint job. He paint over the rust and everything. paint over all that, man.
But you had a paint job, huh?
The seats was all tore up, so I went out and got these sheepskin joints.
And put them over it?
Put it over the seat, man.
You were smiling and profiling,
except my feet was cold because the snow was coming in the car.
Listen, and when
it didn't have power steering either. So I had to yank that boy around corners.
What kind of car was it?
It was a 1972 Datsun. Remember Datsun? Datsun 240Z. It's a two-seater joint.
Had in college, I had a 1976 puke green Chevy Vega that was
Vega.
It was wrecked in the front, and the driver's side door didn't open.
So what you do? Climb out the window or slide out the other side?
Climbed out the other side, and listen, we would roll 5 and 6 deep. Somebody riding on the hump in the back, sitting on laps. And back then,
But you can't ride unless you got gas money.
I was just back then. All you needed was $1.
Just give me $1.
Man, all you needed was $1.
Right.
6 people, you got 6 hours. You got a full tank of gas back then.
Right.
It was puke green, wrecked in the front.
Yeah, I know somebody out there right now saying, "Yeah, I had one of them ragged ass cars too." Yep.
But it rolled. It rolled. I'm telling you. And listen, because I had a car, I was like the cool chick on campus.
The bigger question is what happened to it once it was bad?
I junked mine because I rode that mug till the wheels fell off. I'm not even gonna lie. Puke green Chevy Vega.
Wow. Well, somebody out there now listening, I had a car like that too. The car I had, I left it in Washington for the summer one year. I didn't pay nothing for it, so I didn't care. I left it in the garage. Some of them crackheads broke in the garage, used it as a shooting gallery. It had needles in it and stuff. I just left it there. Because I always said, if it broke down on me,
you just gonna, wherever it was, you just
lock the keys in it and get out and catch the bus. It was worth that much to me. Wasn't worth nothing.
Actually, I would like to have my little Chevy Green Vega back.
The good old days.
I would probably restore it.
Yeah.
And pass it. I would probably pass it down to one of my kids.
Well, thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom, for the ragged ass car.
Hey, this whole sentimental value right here. It's a piece of history right here.
Guess so. What's this on the seats, by the way?
Yeah.
What's this stuff on the seats, man? Yeah, what had happened?
See what happened was.
This is a clip from Prince Unplugged. It's an acoustic guitar solo he did back in the day. I wish I knew what year this was, but he did a hell of a job.
I wish I could have saw him live.
Seeing him, that's why I'm playing live clips, because seeing him live was the ultimate.
Yeah.
He was quite the performer.
I missed my opportunity when he was here in Chicago the year before he passed. His tickets was like $200.
Oh, at the United Center?
Yeah, I couldn't afford it.
So I had tickets to United Center, but it snowed.
Yeah.
So we drove to Grand Rapids. And saw him there.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I wasn't gonna miss Prince, boy. Yeah.
I missed it.
Okay, I'd give you the number, but I don't have any idea if the damn phone gonna work. We might be saying bye for the day because Lady B's gonna stay tuned, maybe for more of the family.
I'm serious. You're so good. Everything, nobody better. So you should, hey, never ever go by the letter. It's so cool. Everything you do is success. Break the rules, break them all, 'cause you are the best. Cream.
This is Dr. Steve Johnson from Howard University. Keep listening to The Family Meeting.
Hey, cream. Cream. Okay.
Is your child prepared for the school year? Getting started early means a better chance of getting ahead. Masters Plus Tutoring in Homewood is the program that works. No matter what your child needs to prepare for the coming academic year, better study habits, organizational skills, or time management, Masters Plus can help. In fact, they tutor students in all subjects from kindergarten through college. Perhaps ACT, SAT, or Catholic high school prep are in order. Just visit mptutors.com and request a consultation. All sessions are taught by certified instructors in a private one-to-one setting to ensure each student receives individualized instruction. Whether your child is at a basic level or reaching for advanced placement, Masters Plus Tutoring can help. Call 708-798-8400 or visit them on the web at mptutors.com. Mention WCPT and you'll receive a $25 tuition credit with a purchase of 4 hours or more. That's mptutors.com.
Polaris is introducing a new way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and plan. If you are like a lot of people, you'd like to work with a financial planner, but don't know if you earn or have enough to invest. Save and Plan will allow us to work with nearly anyone from young professionals to retirees looking to travel the world. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up, Polaris gives you a customized financial plan, a real person to speak with, and information to help you make good financial decisions. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com. Call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone. Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
The law office of Darnell Lyles is ready to help you, whether it's personal injury, criminal, DUI, and OWI, nursing home, product liability, it doesn't matter. Call 219-939-9-LAW. That's 219-939-9529. That's right. When you're driving and get into a wreck.
You better call Darnell.
Had a few drinks too many? A cop hits you with a DUI or OWI?
I think you better call Darnell.
Arrested and facing criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony?
I think you better call Darnell.
Purchase a product that causes you or a loved one harm?
I think you better call Darnell.
When your loved one is neglected and abused in a nursing home?
I think you better call Darnell.
That's right, you better call Attorney Darnell Lyles and get represented right. And the first consultation is free. Yes, free. So call right now. 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. Attorney Darnell Lyles. Darnell Lyles.
This is Jackie Britt, manager of First Start Daycare Center. My website is First Start Daycare at Live. Welcome back to the family meeting.
I played a little something alternative.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't widely played by Prince.
I just see his shoulders moving. Every time he'd say his shoulders would just be moving.
You got visions.
I love Prince.
Yeah.
Loved him.
Okay, let's see. You think we should try it, Lady B?
She said try it.
Okay, we'll give it a shot here. Let's see what John in Vernon Hills
Fingers
has
crossed.
to say. Hey, John, how you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going?
There you go.
Yes.
How you doing,
you
man?
actually. It's fantastic.
How about that? How about that? What's up, man? How's things in Vernon Hills these days?
Not too bad, actually. I was calling because, usually I listen to, I like to listen to Tom Hartman's program, and I've heard a whole lot of the hosts on WCPT, and a point that you made about, you keep comparing, the just the blind loyalty to the Democratic Party to gang warfare, and so many people, including hosts on this radio program, or on different programs, are just they're afraid to make it. They're afraid to talk about it because anything against the bigger cause seems to be off limits. But people need to realize that people think that the guys in Washington, they got it all figured out and they're all smart and they have our best interests in mind. But it's a bunch of kids playing for a team, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah, both gangs. You can't really trust either one of those gangs.
Yeah, it's kind of scary because when people get into politics, they seem to have general views, and like you were talking about President Obama. Sure, he was probably one of the best presidents we've had in a while. and he's certainly better than 45. But you know, at the same time, he was just as, you know, beholden to the establishment as the next guy. At the end of the day, you know, the Democrats, they like to pretend that, you know, they're in favor of universal health care, and they like to pretend that they're in favor of all of these progressive ideas. But, you know, when it comes time for the vote, it's, I mean, there's a reason that, you know, even when the Democrats had a supermajority, we couldn't get any kind of progressive agendas passed. We settled for Obamacare. We settled for it because, you know, Obamacare at its core, the individual mandate is a conservative idea. A single payer system wasn't even proposed. The public option was slapped down, and you know, the Democrats just caved. They had the majority. They had the votes, but you know, they didn't fight for it because they don't care.
They're punks. They were afraid of all kind of boogeymen that you know, you can't rely on them to stand up for anything. So you end up not being able to trust anybody, and that's a shame. That's why what I've been saying here recently a lot more is we have to have permanent interests and not permanent friends or enemies, just permanent interests. And as long as our interests are met, whether it's delivered by either one of those gangs, we need to be for it.
Right, because like if the issues are what's important, if the end result is what's important, it doesn't matter who's passing the policy or what party they align with.
Right. That's gang warfare. That's all it is. And I appreciate it, man. You smart dude, man. They have smart dudes in Vernon Hills, apparently.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, John. Take care. The phones work. I'm just kind of excited about the phones working now. What's that all about, man? Let's get Dave in Sacramento. I think he had a hard time earlier. Dave, how you doing, man?
Maybe an hour and a half. I couldn't believe I got through.
Yeah, how about that? Happy Easter, man. Happy Easter to you.
Happy Easter too. You know, I don't disagree with him exactly. I mean, we had the majority. You know, and the stupid Democrats are a bunch of punks, man. They're stupid. And you know what really irks me the most? What irks me the most is that they get on TV, MSNBC or CNN. They get on TV and say, "Hey, look, everybody, vote for us and vote for us in 2018. Look, we try to stop this guy. So if you vote for us, we might have a chance to get rid of him." And they still didn't do anything when they had the majority during healthcare. During healthcare, they had the majority. And they're just playing. They're playing ball. You know, Pelosi's a joke. Everybody and all these senators are a joke in California. You know, we have to do things our own way. They're a bunch of wuss. These are not only Republicans, but the Democrats are a bunch of wuss. They need to go. They're horrible, and you know, and they don't stand up for nothing. They try to pretend like they're putting their foot down, but they don't go straight toe to toe with Trump, or they don't go toe to toe with these Republicans. Go in front of them. Tell them, dude, you're full of crap, man. You're full of crap, and say it on TV. Don't back down at these people. They're giving just as anybody else. What are they gonna do? Punch you? If they punched you, dude, that'd be it with them.
Yeah, it'd be on. I'll jump in too.
I
want to get in that fight. I'm gonna fight a 70-year-old congressman. Come on, punk. I'll beat you up.
They're all a bunch of punks, and they should be ashamed of themselves. As far as I'm concerned,
they should.
As far as I'm concerned, when Gavin Newsom becomes governor in California, because you know Gavin Newsom is going to be governor, we know that already. So I don't know where anybody else, like the mayor in L.A. who's trying to run against Gavin Newsom for the governorship. He's not going to win because he was a wuss too. Because he basically didn't stand up for gay marriage in San Francisco. See what Gavin did? He put his job on the line as a mayor in San Francisco to give out gay marriages, to give out licenses to people. So he put his job on the line, and look what happened. Now it's on 50 states, and now everybody loves him. They didn't like him when they gave him, when they started giving out marriage license to everybody, including same-sex marriage. They didn't like them then.
So he actually stood for something, which is really what we want.
Yeah. He didn't care. He didn't care. He put his two front feet forward and put his life on the line. He put his whole job on the line to do this.
Yeah.
To show people that, hey, you know something? I don't care if I don't get elected, but at least I stand for something. These other ones can't even put their 2 feet forward, and they don't stand for nothing.
That's right. Hey, man, I appreciate you as always, man. Take care.
Thanks.
You bet. Let's get Paul calling from the north side. Paul, what's up, man? Happy Easter.
Yeah, hi, everybody.
Hi, Paul.
Yes, happy Easter and happy Passover to all our Jewish friends. The Easter falls at different times of the year because it follows the Hebrew calendar, just in case you didn't know. Anyway, I wanted to weigh in on the United Airlines incident. It's an outrage. It stinks. The airlines have no business overbooking flights. They do it out of greed because, God forbid, even one seat on any given flight is not occupied and paid for. The practice should be illegal because there's no guarantee that anyone would be willing or can afford to voluntarily relinquish their seat, no matter how much of a compensatory inducement is offered by the airlines. People travel at specific times because they have to be in specific places at specific times. There are people who can't afford to miss scheduled specialized surgery that could save their life, or can't afford to miss a business meeting that will net them or their company a lucrative deal, or can't afford to miss the ship they're taking a cruise on, or can't afford to miss an acting audition that could make their careers, or the funeral of a loved one. Whoever bloodied Dr. Dow's face should be fired, arrested, and prosecuted for assault because no security or police personnel has the right to assault anyone who doesn't attempt to assault them first. And thanks to this security person, the airline is going to have to fork out a much higher settlement in the lawsuit against them by Dr. Dow.
That's right.
And to add insult to injury, the main Louisville, Kentucky newspaper published a front-page article with negative details about Dr. Dow's distant past that nobody needed to know about, and I hope he sues the pants off of them, too.
I do, too, Paul.
No.
Yeah, so that'd be a sight, having to walk around with no pants on.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
One had nothing to do with the other.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, I appreciate you, man.
Okay. All right. Well, I salute Dr. Dow for standing up for his rights. And if a plane, if now from now on, United's going to have empty seats on their planes, because who would want to fly on an airline that thinks it's okay to bump you from a flight when you need to be somewhere and will forcibly remove you and beat you up even though you're entitled to be on the plane.
Beat you up and drag you off. That's right. Exactly what airline I want to fly on. Hope I get on there and get beat up.
See you next week.
Thanks, Paul. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's get Charles calling from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Charles, what's up, man?
Yeah, how you doing? That guy from California, people like that really get on my nerves, man. Democrats are this, Democrats are that. I mean, get your butt out and vote. You know what I mean? It's like Chicago, what's his name? The mayor, people complain about him. He could have voted in Garcia, but hey, whatever. But what I really want to talk about was, the upcoming election.
They're in Georgia. Yeah, your 6th district.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in Stone Mountain, and I'm sure what's the lady's name who hosts it? She knows this area well.
I do.
From Lyconia, I'm like, we're in the same area. This is the same general area where she's from and I'm from.
It is.
But the way it works is my congressman is Hank Johnson, famously progressive black, one of the famous black congressmen, which is the 4th district. And the 6th district is in the northern part, which encompasses like northern Fulton County, northern DeKalb County, and part of Cobb County. And it's a wealthy area. It's a relatively wealthy area. A lot of corporate headquarters, a lot of, nice, upscale homes. But it's mostly about 50% black. Black folks doing well up there. And it's been Democrats. The last Democrat was like 1980.
Yep.
But it's, and the people are not as like far out ideologically as, say, places in Cobb County. And this guy, John Ossoff, has a chance to win. He has because people are really upset at Trump, and people up there tend to be corporatist Republicans.
So wait a minute. Let me ask you a question, though, about this guy. So, sometimes you can just be choosing not to get stabbed or shot. Is he actually a candidate that you can count on?
Well, he's a Democrat in the vein of, say, a Hillary Clinton. He's not a Bernie Sanders progressive guy. People always want those type of candidates, but in reality, in my opinion, those Sanders candidates, they don't get anybody to vote. I mean, there's not that many Sanders supporters out there. For instance, in Florida when Nancy Wasserman Schultz had her primary last year, Sanders had an endorsed. Tim Canova was endorsed by him, and he lost in the primary. So they do a lot of talk, but they just don't get out and vote. But this guy Jon Ossoff, he's somewhat of a like Hillary Clinton. He's not really bad, but he's not really good. But he's better than.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. We get behind these clowns sometimes, and yeah, I mean, it's better to choose, I guess him versus something bad. But I mean, if he's not good, he's just not bad. I mean,
well, this is Georgia. You have to understand. This is Georgia. This is not, this is not, San Francisco. This is not, Cambridge. This is Georgia, and the reality is that the most liberal person here in those areas would be considered somewhat of a moderate Democrat. John Lewis, he has his history, but his politics is rather moderate. You know what I mean?
John Lewis been around too long, man.
Hank Johnson's more liberal than John Lewis.
Yeah.
And
John served under Lewis too.
The point I'm trying to hello.
We're here.
We're still here. We got to get to a break, man.
The point I'm trying to make is that the mayor of Atlanta, Kasim Reeves, is a Democrat, and he's somewhat of a moderate. He's not a Mayor Jackson. Those days are over. A lot of the black folks have moved up, and their views have become a bit more corporatist. Black people, in general, black people today, who are going to college, they tend to be more conservative than, say, somebody from the 60s or 50s.
Yeah.
That's the real economics where our progression is.
Yeah. Hey, man, I got to run, though, man. Hey, Charles, I got to run, man. I got to get to a break here. But thanks for calling from Stone Mountain, Georgia. And tell my man, Kasim, me and Kasim went to school together. Tell him I said, what's up? And look at my baby girl, man. She goes to school down there, too, all right? Take her a sandwich or something, will you?
Will do.
My man, take care. I'll take baby girl a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sent me the prettiest. I got to show you the prettiest Easter picture today.
Aww.
She went to church. That's my little baby girl.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, that's my little baby girl. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
This is Brandon Allen, a.k.a. Scrub. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
A basic and essential part of any financial plan is savings. Most of whatever cash you have will be there because you put it there, not necessarily because of some fancy investment. Now with Save and Plan, Polaris is introducing a new way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up to save, Polaris will help you develop a customized financial plan and give you a real person to speak with. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com and call us today at 312-951-2606. Or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606. Or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone.
Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA, SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
Hey, Chicago. This is Richard Chu with First Capital Insurance Group. Have you been looking for a way to better grow your safe money to make sure that your hard-earned income is protected from the inconsistency of the volatile markets? Have you often wondered how so many wealthy people protect themselves from loss when the stock market goes down, like it did during our most recent recession? Well, we have answers to those questions. We have solutions that allow you to win the market and inflation battle, reduce taxes on your hard-earned money, give you better than market performance by protecting your money during a down market, which allows you to leave a legacy for your family and loved ones, and most importantly, provide you with an income during your retirement years that can't be outlived, unlike your old 401k, IRA, pension, or mutual funds. So, if you want to revisit your old way of saving for the future and truly protect your safe money, give us a call at 312-243-4562 or go to our website, www.fsccorp.com.
www.firstcig.com. That's www.stcig.com and click on the retirement planning button. We want to help you protect your future starting today.
Itsashort.com. The website is itsashort.com, spelled ITSASHORT.com. We are the best designation on the internet for award-winning short film, video, and web series. Artists are from all over the world. They are award-winning from various festivals, but you can find us at info@itsashort.com, customer care at itsashort.com, and we'll get back to you straight away.
I'm Alicia Stewart. Check me out on Twitter at Alicia Stew, ALICIASTEW. Welcome back to the family meeting.
Yeah. This was the 2013 Billboard Music Awards.
I never heard this one. He's doing a different version of.
Yeah, he started doing this near the end when he got off them heels. Slowed down a little bit, got a little funky. Until that boy worked that guitar, man.
He was the greatest. What was it that
I'm talking about that guitarist who
said
someone asked him if he was someone asked him if he was how does it feel to be the greatest guitarist? He said he didn't know. Ask Prince. Yeah, boy. It's Prince Day a little bit here today. I like this version. It's kind of funky. I saw a video of the after party of this particular broadcast, and he did it again there the same way. This is with that last group he had, Third Eye Girl. Third Eye Girl. There's always something crazy going on with that boy.
He promoted and he developed so many different artists. There are so many artists out there that can contribute their direct success to
Misty
him.
Copeland.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, the ballerina.
Yeah. She was with him on Arsenio Hall, I think. Okay, let's see what's up with Wayne. I haven't talked to my man in a while. Happy Easter, brother.
Hey, happy Easter to y'all, and happy birthday to Jesus Christ tomorrow.
I'm sure he thanks you. Is his birthday tomorrow? Is his birthday tomorrow?
Yeah, it should be April 17th, 6 BC. This should be his birthday. Is the way the Jupiter was aligned. It's a long story, but
yeah, sound like it, man.
But anyway, I agree with Teresa about Assad. You know, he has the right to defend his country. But the thing about it is, a day before this last attack, the rebels who are Al-Qaeda were issued gas masks. Also, one of them was caught saying, well, tomorrow we're going to set up an attack and blame Assad for it. So, you know, you can go to Partisan Girl on Twitter, Partisan Girl. You can go to, what's this guy's name? Paul Antonopoulos. You can go to him on Twitter. Paul Antonopoulos. You can go to him. You know, this Partisan Girl, she's a Syrian girl. She's right on the ground over there watching those rebels, what they're doing. It's just a shame. Also, there's like the first attack back in 2013. There's a Turkish member of parliament by the name of Eren, E-R-E-N, Erdem, E-R-D-E-M. He's a Turkish member of parliament right now. Young guy, brave guy, like 30 years old. He got concrete evidence, wiretaps, the whole 9 yards about the Turkish government, including the president, the police, the intelligence units, smuggling sarin gas into Iraq, into Syria for those Al-Qaeda rebels to use on those civilians. Al-Qaeda, as is presently constituted.
Yeah, but Wayne, let me ask you a question, Wayne. Does it really make a difference if they kill people, innocent people, with gas or bombs or bullets? Does it matter?
Well, what matters is they're trying to set up Assad and blame him for those attacks on those civilians and those children, these gas attacks back in 2013 and now. So that's the excuse that they're trying to use to make war on Syria. So what you got to understand is Al-Qaeda, as is presently constituted, was formed to topple Assad by Saudi Arabia, by Qatar, by United States. So they created this group as it is right now to get rid of Assad in the first place.
What's the value in toppling Assad?
Well, Qatar wants to run a gas oil pipeline through there, through Syria. They need to get rid of Assad to do that, to establish oil supremacy in the Middle East. But Assad is hooked up with the Iranians and the Iraqis, and they want to do their own thing. And plus, they want to eliminate the Russians from the natural gas in Europe because the Russians have a stranglehold on the Europeans, especially in the winter. They want to eliminate them. That's why the price of oil is where it is now. Russia needs $70 a barrel to even break even. So that's why they're keeping the price low to try to break the Russians, but it's not working because the Russians hooking up with the Chinese. But they need to get it together.
The more the more we hear explanations about what's going on over there, the less it seems likely that there is a real diplomatic solution.
Well, you know what? He's going to have to be this time because the Russians are going to stand their ground. And if the United States goes into Syria, it's going to be a direct military conflict with Russia. So in the blink of an eye, that can turn into a nuclear conflict.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't look like there's a real opportunity to have a diplomatic solution. Not to mention, the whole notion of, all the borders drawn in that region of the world are not real borders. They were drawn by Europeans, and they're forcing people together who were previously separate. And then you insert the Russian and American interests and Chinese interests. It doesn't seem like there's a diplomatic solution to be had. And if there was one, who's going to broker it? Because it can't be the UN.
Well, I mean, it goes back to what Teresa said. I mean, you cannot just institute regime change on another country that's not bombing you, that's not a threat to you.
Well, see, I agree with you there. Regime change is one thing, but protecting innocent citizens is another.
But she told you the truth. There are no rules in war. So,
well, I mean there are generally agreed upon rules. There are generally agreed upon rules, though. Most people, too many people don't follow them.
You know what? Have you ever heard of saying all is fair in love and war?
Yeah, that sounds good, man. But we have the Geneva Conventions and all that stuff.
That's the way it really is in war.
But what are we?
I get that.
What are we doing, Wayne? What are we doing? And I know you've thought about this. What are we doing in Syria to begin with? Why do we actually have troops in Syria on the ground right now?
For Israel. It's for Israel.
No, but we're on the battlefield. We're firing off stuff just like the rebels are. We're fighting alongside the rebels.
The U.S. is there because of Israel.
We're fighting the rebels?
Israel, yeah, that's true, but also because of the Qataris, the Gulf states, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Kuwait, they want oil supremacy. They're Sunnis. The Sunnis want the oil supremacy. They can't get it unless they get rid of Assad, who's a Alawite Shia, and he's aligned with the Iranians who are Shia, and the Iraqis.
So it's the
who are
civil
now
war,
run by
like I
Shia.
talked about. This has been going on for years.
So so Wayne, you're well read, brother. Let me ask you a question here, man. Why does that dude wrap his hair around his head like that? Did you read up on that too, bro?
No.
Wayne, he got you.
I heard you mention it earlier.
He got you, Wayne.
Look here, man. Why don't you read up on that? Hit me back next week, all right?
I heard you talking about Earl Shive,
Thank you, Wayne.
All right, Wayne. Take care, man. All right.
Hilarious.
Let's see what my man Tommy has on his mind. Tom, what's up, man?
Well, you know what? The funny thing about all of this stuff is pretty simple. When the Twin Towers came down with the airplanes and stuff, Bin Laden clearly said, hey, look, I didn't do it. You don't hear Assad saying that he didn't do it. So when you go with all of these analogies, the bottom line of it is, I understand now from Teresa's analogy why 7 million Jewish people were slaughtered, why people who went in captivity from Russia were slaughtered, why Warsaw was leveled completely to the ground, why the people in North Korea and South Korea and Vietnam and all over this world where the people ain't got nothing to do with the nonsense and the wranglings and the stuff that's going on with individuals who are fighting for power are dying simply because, guess what? United States, Russia, Britain, France, I don't care who you want to come up with, they don't go on anybody's shore like North Korea that will stand there and fight back. No, that ain't what they do. They go where they can go. And as far as that individual getting drug off the United Airlines, well, Sandra Bland won't be at home this Easter. Rakita Boyd won't be at home this Easter. Just go down the line. Mike Brown, Eric Gardner and stuff. Where was this nation's indignation when these people had their hands up in the air? Where was it at? And you want to sit up here and go back and forth with this nonsense about what's going on with the White House when it's clear that the power lies within the Senate and the Congress, and whatever these characters decide to do is what they do, because Ross Perot came to a microphone and said, people, they're playing you for suckers, good cops, bad cops, and they make their deals where? Out there on the golf course. So what did you have Rand Paul go do? He went out there and played golf with the president and came back on the news media talking about, yeah, it was Rice. He was the one that did it. You're witnessing the greatest cover-up in the history of lies, of what has happened with this regime, with this deal with the presidency and this global so-called economy that the United States of America and a lot of these other countries did not vote for. And as far as the people are concerned, the only somebody that's got somebody to blame on all of that is us. Millions of people sit back and watch a few handful of people go in there and make policies and stuff that goes completely against their interests. But they're so busy running around here talking about it's the colored peoples, it's the Mexicans, it's the Hispanics, it's everybody but these individuals who have lifetime appointments, because those senators and congressmen can stay up there until they die. So I just want to end this episode with simply this. I want to send a shout out to the Anthony Brooks of the world, a young black man who nurtured the history and the things that happened to us in our past, mingled it in with the future. All of those young men, all those teenagers, all of those individuals all over the world who recognize and understand. Try to avoid the nonsense, understand the hand that's stacked against you, and may God be with you. That's what I call Easter, because a bunny and eggs and a character coming down the chimney and all the rest of it, that's for the kids. It's supposed to be make-believe. Keep listening to Family Meeting.
My man Tommy, you can catch Tommy at some point during the 5 o'clock hour during the family meeting every week. That's, hey, man.
He was right on.
That's my man Tom. I'm glad we're a conduit for him to get it out too, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I worry about Tom, man. Yeah, I wonder somebody might have to face it if we don't let him get it out like that. I mean,
God forbid.
Oh my God,
they run up against all of that.
He didn't get a chance to talk this week. Tommy got it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, mine too. So it's Easter. I'm going home and going to bed. I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired, man. I'm just tired.
Yeah, I can see that.
Man. Long week, man.
I was telling my honey today that didn't seem like it was Easter. I don't know why, but it just didn't. Usually we've got this big spread, we've got this big dinner, we've got family. It just didn't happen this year, and I don't know why.
Tough
I'm
times.
feeling a little blah.
Tough times, man. Tough times. What you gonna do?
I know.
I tell you what, you can go to Facebook and find us there at the Family Meeting, on Twitter at TFM Radio Show. You can check out our archived broadcasts and our playlists on our webpage, tfmradioshow.com. That's it. That's what I put in.
I hate to see us go.
Well, I'm gonna get out this ragged ass studio. Lady B, thanks for your help, girl. Tressa, thanks for the news.
You are so welcome. We'll see you next week.
Fantastic long ass news. Tune into the Family Meeting every Sunday at 4. I'm your host, E. Peace.
Hi, this is Bill Press. When you get to work, don't leave us in the car. Stream us live at WCPT820.com and listen all day, because facts matter.
Disaster when the unthinkable happens, or is the best time perhaps today? Go to nyc.gov/readyny or call 311 and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by New York City Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
Juice, Mom. Juice, juice, juice. Mommy, why are we going to the store? Mom, I want juice. Mom, juice, juice, juice. Mom.
Your child will have different needs at different stages of life, and that includes the car seat. See, car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's perfect. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Attention men under the age of 35. You know what really impresses the ladies? When a guy has a few drinks and later gets pulled over for buzzed driving. That could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. There goes let's grab dinner and a movie. Oh, I know. You drive more carefully when you're buzzed. You've proven that hundreds of times. A woman admires that kind of confidence. And you've practiced how to speak if a cop does pull you over. Slowly, clearly, and politely, like, "Good evening, officer." A woman admires that kind of foresight. And what woman doesn't find it adorable that you call it buzzed even though the law calls it drunk? You could kiss $10,000 goodbye, along with any chance of having a girlfriend. Because nothing says, "I'm a catch," more than a guy who lives in his parents' basement and calls it my place.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety.
You're listening to Chicago's only independent progressive talk station, 820 AM WCPT Willow Springs and 92.5 WCPT FM DeKalb, Chicago's progressive talk. Friday on The Ben Joravsky Show, Chicago broadcast legend Richard Steele and our conversation continued on the Illinois governor race. You can download the podcast at WCPT820.com. Monday, it's the latest in Chicago and Illinois news, your calls and more. Don't miss The Ben Joravsky Show, 2 until 5, right here on WCPT 820.
Out Chicago.
Palatine School Board. That election went in favor. That was great. Excited about that. All the elections seem to go towards